You can turn any SVG image, like from Canva, into a real 3D printed clay cutter using free Blender. In this quick tutorial, I will show you how to make a custom cutter for a polymer clay incense holder or any other interior decoration in just a few minutes. After opening free Blender software, we go to Edit, Preferences, then you go to Add-ons, and be sure that in add-ons you have this Edit Mesh Tools installed. If you don't, you enter Edit Mesh Tools here, and you will just need to click Install, and you need to have it enabled. After it, we go to the main screen, we delete the cube, we can delete the perspective camera. We will use an image that I found just here on Canva in a hand with some ornaments inside. So we will use this one. Very important thing, only SVG files, or download it in SVG or just convert it to SVG. All right, so in Blender we go first of all to Unit. I usually start here, and this icon here, Scene Properties, Units, I change it to 0.001 and length to millimeters, because it will be easier for me to work with this object. Then we go to File, Import, and we choose this one, SVG as grease pencil, and you search for your SVG image. You import it. After importing, it will usually look like this. You go right-click on the mouse, convert it to mesh. Then we go to Edit Mode. You use combination Alt and Shift. You click the frame, X, delete vertices. Again, Alt and Shift, the frame, X, delete vertices, just to have only this image visible. Then we go back to Object Mode, and we click N to see the panel here. R for rotation, and X, in X is X. We just go whenever. In here, we enter -90. Press Enter. Then we right-click on the mouse, set origin to geometry, and XYZ we enter 0, 0, and 0. Now we have it perfectly in the middle. Then we click S for scale. Let's make it bigger. Here you can see the dimensions. I will make something more like 16 centimeters, so 160 millimeters long. You can see it here. After doing it, you click it, Control and A, and you apply rotation and scale. The scale needs to be 1, 1, and 1. All right, so after doing it, we go to Edit Mode. You click A, then you go to Mesh, and we need to make Clean Up. So we go to Clean Up, Merge by Distance. You can see that it removed some vertices, so it simplified the shape quite nicely, and it's better to do it. Then you go to Mesh, Clean Up, and I also use this limited dissolve. It limits the number of points that constitutes to the shape. So here you just make it, the less you go, the more points you have it, but if you go too far, it's starting to get too edgy. So for me, I will use it more like 3.7. Yeah, I think it's quite nice. Okay, I leave it like this. Then we go back to Object Mode, and we click it, and Shift and D combination, and we make some copies. So Shift and D, Escape, we made one copy. Click again, Shift and D, Escape, and the last one, Shift and D, Escape. So you're making 3 copies, 1, 2, 3, and the original is here. Let's hide the copies for now and click just the original. Then we need to make the cutting blade. All right, so we go to Edit Mode. Then we will use Alt and Shift to click this outer line. So you just click Alt and Shift and you click the outer line. However, in my case, I see that, yeah, this point is not necessary. If I see something like this, I just click it, I click X and delete vertices. Perfect. Alt and Shift, we click the outer line, then we go to Edge, Edge, Offset. This is only visible because you installed the Edit Mesh tools. You click Offset, and now we are making the blade. The blade is 0.4 is completely enough. It is going to cut through the clay very nicely. So I stick with 0.4. Then I go with Alt and Shift and I click the first one. Yeah. So both of them are selected. I go to Edge, Bridge Edge Loops. Now they are connected. Then instantly I go with E on the keyboard and I go up. I just click whenever. And here in Z, I change it to 10 millimeters. This is the height of our blade. Perfect. This is it. Then I go back to object mode again. So this is our blade. Thanks for watching so far. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Now what we need to add, so let's add some small support for it. So I will do it like this, and then I will have the second one visible. So I will just make this hand invisible and make 001 visible, and I click it. Then I go to edit mode again. Yeah, I forgot to delete this one as well, so I just delete the point that is not necessary here. Again, I go with Alt and Shift, I click the outer line. Then I go to Edge, Edge, Offset. We got the 0.4 as a blade, so now we had to go much farther. I would stick like to more or less maybe to 2 millimeters. To 2 is okay. Then we click whenever, and let's see, because now we need to join this line and bridge loops as before. But you can see that in offset very often when you have something close to each other, the lines here are crossing and we need to fix it. I will just show you the quick method to fix it. In edit mode, you have this first vertex selected. So just making the selection or holding shift. Yeah, you just making the selection, you click X and you delete vertices. Then you just click this point, holding shift this point, and you click F to join it. Yeah, so you can fix all these parts that are not connected well. So I'll just very quickly go with X, delete vertices. Then I click this point, this, and F to join it together. Quick look around here. All right, so now let's try Alt and Shift. Let's click this one, holding Shift, Alt and Shift. We click this one as well. And let's try to go with Edge, Bridge Edge Loops. Yeah, perfectly joined together. And the blade was 10 millimeters, so we click E, and let's go to 6 millimeters this time. It needs to be lower, 6. Perfect. Then we click it here, and let's go back to object mode. And the thing is that we can make the hand visible as well. So we have this one and this one, two shapes. Let's click the first one, holding shift, you click the second one, or you can just make it here, holding shift this one, right click on the mouse and you click join. Yes, so that they are joined together. And now there are two ways. You can just print this file. You can go to File, Export to STL, and you got the frame and the rest of the pattern, the ornament, you can print separately, or you can just join them together and print it like I do in this particular tutorial. So we will make it as a one object for printing. So for now, let's just hide it. Let's go with another copy, this one. We click it, then we go to edit mode. And now the fun part, just to make the ornaments stick out, we are using Alt and Shift, and let's click holding Alt and Shift. I'm clicking all the objects that I want to extrude. So I will make all the circles here and all the other stuff. Okay, so let's start with this one. After doing it, I will do the circles in a minute. All right. So I will click now F, then I'm going to click E, and I go up. I'm going up 8.5 millimeters here because 10 millimeters was the blade, so 1.5 is quite enough for the difference. Then I click anywhere. Now I'm going to make sure that the circles are extruded, so I'll just click Alt and Shift, those two. Then I go with edge, bridge edge loops, yeah, E, up 8.5, bridge edge loops, E, 8.5 as well. And let's make this one bridge edge loops, E, and go up 8.5. Okay, and now I have this outline here, so I just click Alt and Shift, and I click this one, and I want like this hand as well to have the nice outline of the hand inside as well. So I need to make an offset edge from this, yeah, from this. So I just Alt and Shift with this one. I go to edge, offset, and here, yeah, I can make it minus 1 millimeter. Yeah, minus 1.5 is enough. When it's done, I don't click anything because this is orange. So I just click Alt and Shift and I click this one. Then I go to edge, bridge edge loops. Perfect. Then I go with E and I go up and I change it manually to 8.5. Perfect. All of our ornaments have been extruded. You can go to object mode and now you can perfectly see it. All are on the same height. Great. And then you can make this first one visible. And the last thing before exporting, we need to have it all with a wall here. It needs to be connected, and just to make it easy for us to cut through it. So what I do, this is the third copy that we need to see. So this 003. All right. So I will just hide all of them. Go to this third one, make it visible, and click it. Then I go to edit mode. I go with Alt and Shift, and I click this this part here. Yeah, I need to delete this point. Alt and Shift, click the outer one. Let's go to edge, offset, and let's go to width. Let's go 2, just as we did with this support for the blade. So again, 2. All right, so here again we can see that there is a problem with it. Yeah, so let's just delete unnecessary vertices as we did before and just join them together as we did before. All right, Alt and Shift, we click the outer one. Perfect. Then we click F to give it a face. And then we go with E and we go with extrusion. And let's go like maybe 2.5 millimeters is enough. Then we go back to object mode. Now let's make all of them visible. This is basically ready. However, very often I will also advise you to go to this third one. I click E and go to edit mode. Then I see it from the bottom, so I will use -Z here. I go with the third one, select mode face. I click it. Yeah. Then I go with E and I'll go down a little bit, just like half, like 1 millimeter, maybe less, just to give it a nice solid form. After doing it, I go back to object mode. I make selection of all and right click on the mouse and join. Then I click it. I go to edit mode. I click A. I go to mesh and once more clean up, merge by distance. Perfect. Then go back to object mode and this is basically ready. This is it. Then I go to file, export. I use STL and I export it into STL and I will open it in a Cura slicer. All right, so after importing, you can see that it's been perfectly added into the slicer and all the shapes are really, really nice and they are really have some good geometry and this is it. Now we can just send it to printer and that's it. Thank you very much for this one. I hope you like it. I will be extremely grateful if you will share this video with someone or comment, leave a like. Have a nice day and thank you. Bye bye.